Happy Friday, everybody. As I mentioned in an email I sent out earlier this week, I'm forwarding a newsletter to you. It got bigger as the week went longer. Um, and the way I've formatted it is trying to give you big picture information, kind of starting off with our school vision and mission statement, the norms that our certificated staff had settled on for last year as part of our Capturing Kids' Heart social contract, the way we work with one another. I'm going to ask the classified staff adopt that for now. When we get back in the building together, we will take a look at it and maybe make some revisions. And then as you work your way on down, gives you some ideas on how we're going to keep each other's brains healthy through this next bout of distance learning. And we're hoping to learn some things. So when we're back in brick and mortar, we can apply those to maintain our healthy brains. And then as the newsletter rolls along, it starts breaking things down into kind of important but smaller components. Some of the elements may mean a lot to you. It may not mean anything to you. I've got it broken up into columns. So the first column is really kind of the distance world. The column next to it is more when we're back in brick and mortar. That one's a little bit more abstract right now because we're still working on, when we return to some type of a hybrid or full brick and mortar. So really the focus of the newsletter is about now. It's about from distance learning September 9 through November 13. And I'm sure about by the time at least we're halfway through that, we're going to have a better idea of what the next quarter is going to look like. So anyway, I wanted this to be a resource for you. I'm trying not to put too many hyperlinks in it, just trying to make it a very simple document, but this is not a simple time. As you guys who work with me know, I try to do everything I can to simplify things so that we can have more focus and kind of less things we're not sure about. Sometimes I'll say to people who work closely with me, there's different kind of balls that we put on the table. Some of the balls are rubber, and if they fall off the table, we can catch them later. Some of them are crystal glass, and we never want those balls to fall down because they break, and it's hard to put them back together. So as you guys know, the values that we're going into this next bout of distance learning are exactly the same as they were before from the district. Of course, we're still going to work to do no harm. Kids are going to have a little bit more empowerment and buy-in, and they're going to have to show up. And I've sent them a welcoming video to let them know that. And we'll continue that message. And for those that need more of a direct, stern message, we're here to help with that. But as far as the values go, equity is going to be on top. A lot of us are involved with equity work. I would argue that all of us are involved with equity work, and we're all doing the best we can with what we know at the time we have it. And the idea is we continue to learn more about ourselves. We learn more about our students. And what we try to do is develop just a better experience for everybody. So that's on top. And then we're going to look through the equity lens on everything we do. And that means, we're going to put the students as a primary recipient of that, because that's what this whole endeavor we're involved with is about. But we also want to do what we can to be equitable for our teachers. And we're going to maintain great communication, kind of keep those Google forums to let us know what you need to know or what you need the admin team to know. The next value, of course, is safety. We have to have a safe environment. If you're going to come work in the building, there's a protocol you're going to have to follow every single day. We all are. It's just a matter of turning it into a habit or routine. I think it'll be a piece of cake. And it's not really a cover your butt type of thing. It's about keeping everybody safe. So I know we're going to do a great job with that. The next piece is relationships. We want to maintain great relationships and restore relationships that may have hit a bump in the road. The next one is learning. Learning has kind of moved up the value ladder, and we're going to emphasize that with our kids. So I know you're working really hard this summer to create great learning experiences. And I want you to continue to learn. And I know you're up for that. You're lifelong learners. That's what you do. But be collaborative. That's the next one. Reach out to your teammates, to people who teach the same topic as you or subject. People who get along with a student maybe better than you do. Or maybe there's a student you get along with really well, and that student's kind of a pain for everybody else. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, here's what's working for me. If there's ever been an opportunity for us to operate as a full building-wide team. Now is that time. And then lastly is accountability. It's one I don't really bring up a lot. I think we're all professional. We all know our jobs. And I don't think I had to have, one conversation with anybody about accountability last spring. And I would assume it'll be the same going into the fall. But I use that one because it helps me keep myself accountable, because honestly, I do get a little bit of idle time while you guys are teaching. So I've got to make sure I'm doing things to keep my work moving forward and not sleep on anything. So as you move on down the newsletter, you'll see different types of topics. And, if you see anything that we didn't hit, again, as always, shoot me an email, and I can maybe just shoot out a smaller email and throw some of those ideas out there. I'm not going to share what I really don't know. I'm only going to share what I do know when it comes to, September 9th to October 13th or November 13th. So anyway, that's my intro into the letter. I hope you'll find it useful. Can't wait to see everybody. Even if it's distance-wise, we'll be involved with the lid with you on Monday. The admin team's really excited to get going here. We've got a full week, that first week of September. The first 3 days are more for learning. The last day on September 4th, I want to make sure I'm very clear about this. It's going to be the first of our 2 Trojan days. Kids are going to be coming through kind of drive-through style, picking up the resources they need to be successful at home. We'll carry that into day 2, which will be on Tuesday, September 8th. Teachers, we're not counting on you being there. We've got a workforce of staff that are going to help us with that. However, if you do see there's opportunities for you to join in the festivities, Jeanette Morse, one of our new administrators, she's the point of contact. If you forget that, just email me, and I think we can get you involved with that. But there's no expectation for that. Yeah, use those days to your advantage, and I just want to make sure we're clear on that, because it's kind of put in the form all together with the other days. So with that, I'm going to close. Have a great weekend. Keep recharging those batteries. All that battery energy and juice is going to help us out later and help us get to the distance learning finish line, wherever that might be. And I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I just want to extend my gratitude to all the extra work you guys have been doing this summer. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.